Hello, welcome to my YouTube channel. Myself Ujjal Baro. So I'm going to start uh, the logical reasoning for the general paper 1 for UGC net. So let's start. So why we need to study logical reasoning? So in the general paper of the UGC net exam, so it develop critical thinking. It enhances the ability to think clearly and make reason judgment, which is crucial for academic research and teachings. And problem solving, it helps to problem solving. Logical reasoning helps in analyzing complex problems and deriving valid conclusions, which is vital for interpreting questions and finding solutions. And then uh, in the decisions making, it sharpens decisions making skills by teaching us how to evaluate argument, assess evidence, and avoid fallacies, skill necessary for scholarly and professional successes. So logical reasoning forms the foundations for effective academic inquiry and professional competence. So that's why we need to study the logical reasoning. So what is logic? Logic is a branch of philosophy that analyzes and evaluates arguments. And an argument is a group of sentences where one sentence is claimed to follow from others which are regarded as supplying conclusive pieces of evidence for its truth. Every argument has a structure, premises and conclusion. So these are the premises and conclusions are the main elements of any arguments. So important terms related to logic, we need to understand that that's are the concept, propositions, premises and inference. So first, a concept is nothing but is a principle or idea. It is an abstract or generic idea generalized from a particular instances. For instance, the concept of democracy, is abstract, but it's based on observing different democratic systems like those in India or the US. Similarly, gravity is a concept generalized from the specific observations that objects fall to the ground. And then proposition, so it is the most basic element of logic. It is a declarative sentences that is either true or false. So here declarative sentence is nothing but it is simply states facts, opinions or ideas. For example, I have given the sky is blue, is a declarative statement because it expresses a fact or assertion that can be considered true or false. It conveys information in straightforward manner, stating a characteristics of the sky. And then again, it is important to understand in the propositions they consist of four parts that are quantifier, subjects, copula verb, copula, and then predicate. So in this sentence, you can see all humans are mortal. Okay, so here all know some are the quantifier. Okay, so all specifies the quantity or extent meaning every individuals in the subject group, and then no denotes the absence of any member of the subject group having the property described in the predicate, and then some indicates an indefinite but non-zero portions of the subject group meaning at least one but not necessarily all. And then you can see humans is the subjects, so the thing or group being described, which in this case is a set of all humans. And then copula is the R, that is the verb. So The linking, by the definitions, copula is the linking verb that connects the subject to the predicate, indicating existence or a state of being. And then predicate, objective, that is the model. So by definitions, predicate is the attribute or characteristics being assigned to the subject, humans, meaning susceptible to that. And then the premise. So the premise is a statement in an argument that provide reasons or support for the conclusion. There can be one or many premises in a single argument. So this is a classic, you can see in the slide. This is a classic example of a syllogism, a form of deductive reasoning that leads to a conclusion based on two premises. So deductive reasoning is nothing but it is a type of reasoning we will discuss broadly about in the coming video about the deductive reasoning. Okay, so in the in the syllogism there is always two premises and one conclusions, so that is known as syllogism. Okay, so in the premises one, all humans are mortal. So this means every person will eventually die. This is a general truth about the natures of being human, Then the premises two is that Socrates is a human. So Socrates is a member of the group defined in premises one, that means in humans. So we can get into conclusions or inferences. So therefore Socrates is a mortal. So that means if all humans are mortal in the premises one, you can see, and the Socrates is a human in the premises two, then by logical deduction Socrates must also be mortal. So that is the truth. So syllogisms, this syllogism follows a fillet deductive structure that I have already discussed. So major premises sets a rule about all members of the group, that is humans, and the minor premises states that an individual, that means Socrates, belongs to this group, and conclusion is drawn by applying the rule in the major premises to the individuals in the minor premises. So deductive reasoning is nothing but in this process, in the deductive reasoning process, the conclusion necessarily follows from the premises. So if the premises are true, the conclusion must also be true. So syllogism is nothing but a logical argument that uses two premises to arrive at a conclusion that I have already told, and this is a classic demonstration of logic and is an essential example in philosophy and reasoning. And then inference and conclusion. So it is nothing but the inference is a guess or an assumption that you make or an opinion that you form based on the informations that you have. It is a process by which conclusions is arrived at on the basis of other propositions. In a technical sense, it is the reasoning processes expressed by the arguer in an argument. So these are the important terms related to the logical reasoning. Before we are going to understand the logical reasoning, it is important to understand the important term, that is the concept, then propositions, and then premise, and then inference and conclusion. So let's take one question. So proposition that support the conclusions of an argument are called, here options are given: inference, premises, concepts, none of the above. So proposition that support the conclusions of an argument, so that is called premises. The correct answer is here, correct answer is premises. So this is all about in this video. In the next video I am going to discuss broadly about different types of arguments. Thank you so much for watching. Stay tuned.